Brothers in Christ, it doesn't take much for our friendships to drift apart. Sometimes it takes doing nothing at all. In this video clip that I'm about to show you, my brother Mark is going to share a story of him and his friend who drifted apart, but later their friendship was restored. So much so that that friend was a groomsman at his wedding. And a question I want to ask you, brother, is how often do we drift in our friendships because we aren't intentional, we don't offer grace, and we don't offer forgiveness? With that being said, I hope this video truly blesses you.
I've had some friends who really let him down hardcore, to the point where one of them literally put him up for death, right? Yeah. And he had grace and grace and grace. And I think that's such a challenge for us. We live in a world where it's pretty easy. You know, I'll never forget, back in the era of Facebook, I had a student that I went to college with who just kind of told me, oh, I'm not friends with her anymore. Like, I unfriended her. And it was the first time I ever heard someone mean that in a real life context, not I unfriended that person on a social media website, but in their mind, I did the same thing in real life that you do on a website of I clicked unfollow for their life. And I think we're too quick to, again, going back to boundaries. Sometimes you need to put up healthy boundaries and say, I need a little bit of space from this person because the way that they're influencing me is not healthy, or their toxicity is causing something that I can't have present in my life or those I love. But I think there are friends that if I'd given up on them in a tougher season, it wouldn't go well. I think of freshman year, I have a friend, he's one of my best friends, and he would be totally comfortable with me sharing this story because we've shared it about each other before. We were really tight first year, fall semester, and then this is how dumb it is, I don't even know what, but something caused us to just kind of drift apart. And so it was like right around Thanksgiving, fall semester, and I could tell that we weren't tight, and I kind of was like, okay, maybe this is one of those friendships that could have been, but just isn't gonna be. And I'm in my dorm room, and all of a sudden he comes like charging in, and he's like, dude, I got to talk with you. And I'm like, okay, what's up? He's like, I was just meeting with our campus pastor, and he just told me, Matt, you and Mark are good friends. Why are you not leaning into what could be a great friendship? Like, why are you just not responding to Mark? I hadn't told Chuck about any of this. Matt hadn't, it's not like there was like this like public thing. Chuck just knew Matt enough that when he was hearing Matt talk and I wasn't included in some of these stories, he started probing a little bit more, asked really good questions, which I have learned about the art of asking good questions from Chuck Swanson more than anybody else. And he did that with Matt and caused Matt to realize, I haven't been a good friend. I haven't been curious about Mark. I need to like amend this. Matt took that step of going to my dorm room, being vulnerable and saying, dude, I don't know what's going on with us, but I don't like it and I want to fix it. Is it you? Is it me? What do I need to atone for? That was 18 years ago. And I was texting with Matt last night. He was in my wedding. I asked him to be my best man, and he had the audacity to have a first kid, so he could only show up and be a groomsman, not the best man. But that's the type of dude that he became in my life. And I easily see a path in which we could have diverged completely because we just started drifting apart. And he had someone who compelled him to say, hey man, like, why don't you go check it out with Mark and see what's going on? Ask the better question, like lean into that friendship, stay curious, and practice some vulnerability. And all of those things converged into a lifelong friendship at this point.